Picture yourself walking down the street, sipping a coffee and reading a text message. From your perspective, you are the single author of this entire experience. You feel like a unified, conscious mind orchestrating every physical movement. But while you focus on the text, your heart rate adjusts, your airways dilate, your digestive system processes the liquid, and dozens of micro-muscles fire in your legs to keep you from falling over. If you actually had to think about any of these actions, you would instantly collapse. Your body survives because these tasks are delegated to levels of control that never require your conscious attention. This delegation of labor is managed by the central nervous system, the primary command center of the body. At a microscopic level, this network is built from roughly 100 billion neurons, specialized nerve cells that fire high-speed electrical impulses to communicate. This diagram shows signals crossing physical gaps between cells. Electrical impulses trigger neurotransmitters to press across and activate the next cell. Zooming out, dense gray matter forms local processing centers, while insulated white matter cables carry signals across the nervous system. This high-speed chemical and electrical hardware provides the physical foundation that allows the brain to divide tasks across distinct, specialized levels of control. At the very top of this biological hierarchy sits the cerebrum. This is the largest part of the brain, and it houses your active, conscious thought and sense of self. Its outer layer is divided into specialized lobes. The parietal, occipital, and temporal lobes act as the sensory inputs, building your conscious perception of the textures you feel, the sights you see, and the sounds you hear. Then there is the frontal lobe. This is the executive decision maker. It is where you decide to take a voluntary action, like reaching out to grab a coffee cup. But the conscious executive only issues the command. Executing that seemingly simple motion requires dozens of muscles in the arm and shoulder to contract with specific timing and force, adjusting continuously so you don't crush the cup or spill the liquid. As this 3D wireframe diagram of a reaching arm illustrates, a secondary system takes over the mathematical complexity of that movement. This is the cerebellum, acting as the brain's co-pilot. It continuously calculates the data adjustments for posture, balance, and fine motor skills. Your conscious thought merely sets the goal, and the lower brain handles the heavy mechanical execution. Moving further down the control chain, we leave conscious intention behind entirely and enter the brainstem, the structure connecting the brain to the spinal cord. Here, the autonomic nervous system operates as a silent autopilot, regulating the involuntary functions that keep you alive. Looking at this split-screen logic diagram of a human torso, we can observe the two opposing modes of this autopilot system. On the left, the sympathetic nervous system triggers the fight-or-flight response, increasing heart rate and dilating airways for immediate action. On the right, the parasympathetic nervous system promotes recovery by slowing the heart and activating the digestive tract. By managing blood pressure, respiration, and digestion, this autopilot system isolates the burden of baseline life support from the conscious mind. But there is an even deeper level of control, one designed for immediate physical danger, like accidentally touching a searing hot stove. In standard operation, sensory data travels from your hand, up the spinal cord, and into the processing centers of the brain, which then sends a command back down to move the muscle. In a true emergency, that round-trip communication takes too long to prevent tissue damage. This diagram of a neural pathway illustrates the body's built-in emergency override, known as a reflex arc. When intense pain is detected, the signal travels only as far as the spinal cord. There, an interneuron acts as a localized shortcut, linking the sensory input directly to the motor output to trigger an instant muscle retraction. The brain is bypassed entirely. In millisecond life-or-death scenarios, the human control system deliberately cuts you out of the loop to ensure your physical survival. Every level of human existence is managed by a different layer of this neural hierarchy. A conscious executive setting goals, a physical coordinator managing muscles, an autopilot regulating life support, and a spinal override handling emergencies. Over millions of years of evolution, internal labor has been systematically pushed down the chain of command, isolating complex mechanical tasks into distinct, localized hardware. When biological survival is automated, the conscious mind is left free for the complex reasoning, planning, and deliberate choices that define your daily life.